Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be making my garlicky herb shrimp with vegetables and creamy pasta. It has been highly requested from a post I made on my Instagram, so here goes. First you're going to see me prepare my vegetables. I will list all of the items that I use to make this dish in the description box below. So I just prepare my vegetables, and now I'm on to preparing my shrimp. Because it's seafood, I just decided to go for the good old bay seasoning. I just sprinkle a little bit of that on there, so it'll have that nice celery, herby, nice type of flavor. Now I'm going to add some smoked paprika, just for a little smokiness, a little flavor, a little color. Some Cajun seasoning for a little bit of heat, not too much, just a little bit of spiciness. I'm going to add some onion powder, and I don't measure, I just season by hand. Also gonna add some garlic powder. I don't measure again as well. You know, our ancestral spirits just tell us when to stop. I'm also gonna add some freshly ground black pepper. I prefer grinding my black pepper fresh as opposed to getting it already ground in the bottle. I just feel like the flavor is better when you grind it yourself. Now I like a lot of black pepper, so you're gonna see me kind of go around a bit for a bit here, but I really like the taste and the flavor of black pepper. And I'm going to add in some minced garlic. It's fresh garlic, it's minced, and I believe this one is in olive oil. I'm gonna add a good amount here because I want there to be chunks of the minced garlic on the shrimp when it's cooked, so you can see it visibly. I also am gonna add some parsley on here. I did not have fresh parsley, so I just went for the pre-grounded stuff. I just added that there, and then I just sprinkled a little bit of olive oil just so that I could, when I'm mixing, that everything could coat and stick to the shrimp. So I'm just gonna toss that around with some tongs and get everything combined and mixed in. Give that a good toss. You want everything to be evenly coated. You don't want any spaces where seasoning is not covering any part of your shrimp. I'm just gonna give that a good toss to make sure that everything is pretty much covered and garlic is on everything and everything is well covered. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some olive oil to my skillet. I'm also going to add a little butter in there. This is farm-raised butter, grass-fed butter. I really like the flavor of butter and olive oil together, so I cook with butter and olive oil a lot. Now I'm going to let that melt and come together a little bit. Let me just toss that around so that the pan is evenly coated. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add my shrimp in once the butter has melted. Now I'm using jumbo shrimp, and also I prefer to use fresh shrimp. I go to my local fish market and I get my shrimp by the pound. Depending on your area and what you can get in your area, you can decide what you like, or what you have access to. It's totally fine. And I like using jumbo shrimp because they're easier to manipulate because they're bigger. And you can see me here, I am kind of making the shrimp hug. But what I found this is a little technique that I've found. When you put them kind of like head to tail in that hugging way, it prevents the shrimp from curling too much, and also it's easier to toss both of them together when you're ready to flip them over. You're gonna see me flip them together right now with the tongs. Boom, both of them are flipped. You're not spending Well, some of the shrimp is not already spending too much time when you take the time to flip them one at a time. So I found that this technique that I've come up with is a lot easier. Just kind of let them hug and you put them together. Those two didn't hug properly, as you can see, but you see how much time it took to flip them individually. So that's why I like to do them this way. That way they kind of stay as big as they are. They don't shrink up too much, because you know shrimp will get smaller once they get in the heat, and then they're easy to manipulate and just flip over when I'm ready to flip them on the other side. So that's what they look like. That's why I put so much garlic and so much parsley, because that's the look that I'm going for our shrimp. Now I've removed the shrimp. They've cooked for maybe about 2 minutes on each side. Now I'm just going to add our vegetables to the same pan. I didn't wash it or anything like that. All of those flavors from the shrimp and the garlic and the parsley are still in the pan, and I want to get the vegetables coated in those same flavors. So I'm just going to toss the vegetables. I have carrots here. I have red, yellow, and green bell pepper. And I also am going to add some broccoli once everything cooks down for maybe about 5 minutes, and then I'll add the broccoli. So I'm just tossing everything together, getting all of those flavors from the bottom of the pan onto the vegetables so that everything will be nice and garlicky and flavorful. Now they've been cooking for maybe about 5 minutes or so, and I just decided to add just a little bit more garlic powder, and I believe I also added a little black pepper and some more smoked paprika, just so it's nice and smoky. I really like the flavor of smoked paprika, by the way, I can't talk. And I'm just gonna toss everything together to make sure that everything is coated and combined. Now here I am adding the broccoli. It's just a little bit of broccoli florets that I had in the freezer. I took them out, let them defrost, and kind of cut them up smaller, because sometimes they can be kind of chunky in the bag. So I cut them smaller so they're easy to work with. And I'm just going to toss everything together and make sure that the broccoli and everything is combined, and also get some of that flavor that's been in the pot, or in the pan, I should say. And that's basically just tossing it around, and then now covering it to make sure that it steams and everything just cooks through thoroughly. Depending on how you like your vegetables, you can cook them as long or as quickly as you so choose. Now they've been cooking for maybe about 8 to 10 minutes, and now the heat is still in the pan. I'm just going to rest the shrimp on top of the vegetables. I've already turned off the fire because I don't want it to overcook, but I just want a little bit more of that heat to go through the shrimp. And I'm gonna leave this uncovered so that it doesn't overcook. And that's pretty much how I prepared the shrimp and the vegetables for this one. It was really, really easy. The hardest part was prepping and seasoning, and there's this beautiful, beautiful shrimp meal that it's really healthy, really good for you. This is what I made at first, the shrimp and the vegetables. And because I was cooking for my family today, I just decided to make some pasta on the side with that. And there you have the shrimp and vegetables. If you guys like this recipe, please leave a comment below. If you're going to try it for yourself, please be sure to tag me. Thank you again, guys, for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.